Hi guys, my name is Anthony England. I am the creator of Tiny Space Academy and sole developer at Full Orbit Games. I'm excited to share with you this week's updates for Tiny Space Academy, so let's dive right in. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. This helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can also follow my updates at fullorbitgames.com, Twitter, and Facebook. With that out of the way, let's move on to the latest updates. I first want to discuss some personal news. My wife's maternity leave just ended. Since we both have full-time jobs, and now we also have a little one to take care of, we decided, instead of paying for expensive daycare, that I should be a stay-at-home dad and pursue my game development. Luckily, we are in a decent financial position to do this. We have no debts and a few years of emergency funds. We have to do some belt tightening to make this work, but we both believe this is for the best. I am very excited since I get to take care of my daughter instead of paying someone else to. However, I'll admit, it's been challenging to find time to work on my game while taking care of Maya. Over the past 2 weeks, I found a balance where I would wake up early in the morning to get a couple hours in before she wakes up, and then find time during the day while she's taking naps. Now that we have a routine down, and I'm getting some good dev time in, I'm happier than I've ever been. Nothing is better than getting to pursue your dream job while doing what you love. Alright, on to Full Orbit Games' latest news. Since my last dev video, I have received approval from Steam and Apple to become a developer and sell my games on their platforms. This is more of a formality, and it takes a few days to get the approval. Now that this is complete, I can create store pages and upload my games. I spent a few days creating the Steam store page for Tiny Space Academy. You can visit the page with the link below. If you are a fan of Tiny Space Academy, please add the game to your wishlist. The more wishlists the game gets, the better the game will do on launch day, and will have a better chance of getting featured on Steam's front page. I still need to work on the Apple App Store page, but I first need to get the iOS version of the game built. Apple requires screenshots and videos to be in the resolution of the device being used. So basically, I have to get the game working on iPads and iPhones before I can take any screenshots. That means I'll have my development hands full for the upcoming weeks. I have also created 2 new Tiny Space Academy trailers. These can be viewed with the links below or by going to my YouTube channel. This is my first time making trailers, so I'm super excited to share these with you. While waiting for the Steam and Apple approvals, I've been fixing a few glitches and getting the game to build on Windows and Mac OS. The Windows build went off without a hitch, but the Mac OS was a little bit more complicated. Due to security measures by Apple, the game has to be built on a Mac computer and notarized by Apple. So basically, I had to go out and buy a new Mac. This is kind of unfortunate since Macs are not known for their cheap prices. After getting UE4 set up in the game transferred to the Mac, I was able to make the Mac OS build, but then I had to contend with the code sign and notarization process. After doing some research online, I had 2 options. I could generate the Xcode with the .u project, and then use Apple's proprietary Xcode application to build the game and notarize it. To say the least, I spent about a day and a half trying to get this first method to work with no success. The second option was to build the game in UE4 and then code sign and notarize the app after the build. This required a lot of tedious use of the Mac OS terminal, and I was not a huge fan of this method to begin with. After a very long morning and a bunch of coffee, as well as reading a bunch of tutorials on this process, I was able to build and notarize the Mac OS version. With renewed vigor, I uploaded the Windows and Mac versions to Steam. These were all major milestones I had to get done before starting the beta testing. After doing some quick tests to make sure the game would download and run on each operating system, I knew I was ready to send the game out to my beta testers. I requested Steam to send some beta keys. After waiting a couple hours, Steam came through. The next morning, I sent the keys out to all my testers. So far, I've received some positive feedback and I'm looking forward to their full reviews. So what comes next? Well, while the game is being tested, I'm going to start working on the iOS version. I'm also going to start doing some gameplay videos, perhaps a walkthrough. There's about 8 to 10 hours of gameplay to complete the campaign, so I will probably divide that up into segments, maybe do each video and feature a planet. Now that I also have Steam access, I want to create achievements and discoverables in the game. I'll have more to share with you about this in the next video. That's all I have for you for this video. If you watched the entire video and gotten this far, I do appreciate it. I'm excited for the future, and I can't wait to release the game soon. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Please also leave any comments and feedback below. Thank you for watching, and thank you for the support.